Hello, everybody. How you doing? I hope you are doing well. Doing okay myself. Uh, after Wednesday's stream, I tried to get some much needed sleep. Ended up staying up most of the night. Sinus infection and some problems. I know we were a little low keyed, but that explains it. Um, so we took Thursday off and just kind of rested. Let me get this earbud out because everything sounds okay. But sorry about that. Hit that. We took Thursday off, so we ended up having to work today. So we did a good day's of work and then came home. But hopefully we're a little more chipper, a little more active, and good to go. There's a fruit fly in here. I don't have any fruit in this room. And there's a fruit fly. Yep, I'm streaming. You heard it. So you want to come on in. Mrs. Rabbit is at work, which means we are the focal point of all the animals, so be prepared. But anywho, um, let's get going. Looking at the screen here, we always seem to start out in the hangar, but hey, whatever. But there's three things actually I want to cover here. Number one, the Ornithopter, both scouts. On the left is my Mark V, and the one on the right is my Mark VI. Now, my Mark V is what I used my first week in the deep desert. Never had rocket pods on it. It was always just a cargo runner. And my plan was to sneak in, get the materials and stuff I needed, and sneak back out. And it worked out actually really well. And the result of that is the Mark VI. But I'm keeping them both. The reason I'm keeping them both is they are tiered by the materials that you make them. So on the left, the Mark V is an aluminum tier craft, and on the right is a plastanium tiered craft. I have to go and collect that material in order to do repairs and do changes. Like eventually, you're going to have to make new wings. And when you do that, it's going to require whatever material the tier level of the vessel is. So what I do is whenever I go out into the deep desert, we always take the Mark VI because I need the speed. I want the durability. It's a little better set for that. But when I'm messing around in Haga and not doing anything too exciting, I'll take that Mark V back out and take it for a spin because it's so much easier to maintain. So once you move up to a level, always keep the old one. And especially once you have a 6, make sure you keep your 5s. Same thing goes for the buggy. My Mark 6 buggy, which I also made because I went out to the deep desert, is sitting down in the ground vehicle hangar. And my Mark 5 buggy is what I have out at the Jasnium base. And I never made a better sand bike. We're definitely going to do that, but we need spice. We have all the other materials, but we definitely need to get more spice before we do that. And to be honest, I don't use the bikes that often. But yeah, that is, I think, a Mark III sand bike. So we've got quite some improvements to go. I also want to bring up that in front of, right there at the nose of my Mark VI, you see that little small storage box. My original Mark IV, well, not my original, my second one, because I lost my original one almost after, like immediately after making it. My Mark IV is sitting in that box. I took it apart and stuck it in there just in case things really went bad one day. And I don't know, I think I might keep it. But yeah, that was two of the things that I wanted to bring up was that I keep my old stuff and why I keep my old stuff. The last thing I want to bring up is in the patch notes, because people are douchebags, they are addressing a situation. That situation is that out in the deep desert, people are making bases in the PvP sections completely out of pentashields. And the reason they're doing that is because they're so much harder to destroy than regular, like stone, like granite or plastone or whatever. Uh, So they're making a change. It's not coming up now, but it'll be next week, I believe. I think the 11th. So we have time. But they're making a change that if you have improperly built, hi Kitty, if you have improperly built a base using nothing but pentashields, that's interesting. Where, dude, it's Mrs. Rabbit's cat, so I have to be nice. By all means, crawl all over everything, and off he goes. But so in that update, if you have pentashields that aren't attached to standard stone walls, it's going to become an issue. And I don't know if, as you could see here, I have that little vertical and horizontal meeting to each other. And the reason I do that is because when I come into land or take off, I would find that I would clip that last little bit. So I put that in there, and actually it's really nice and really clever. And I'm concerned because I think when that new update comes, that's going to become an issue. And I'm not sure if it's going to become an issue, but I am sure that I don't want to risk any problems with my base just in case. So what we're going to do first is we are going to demolish that small upper pentashield, and we're going to put a standard ceiling going across. That will not affect the horizontal shield, only taking this one away because it's a self-established. And it's kind of a shame because, 1, 2, and 3 walls are touching it. I haven't seen exactly anything really specific. Like, they haven't said that if there's at least a couple walls, like in my case, is that not going to be a problem? So I think what I'll do is I'll destroy this, we'll put in regular ceiling, and then after the update goes live, and I know that, it should prevent me from building a pentashield if I don't have enough stone touching it. So we'll see then. But it's easy as that. This is gone, and now we'll go with our lighted roof, our lit roof, if I'm saying it correctly. And we're just doing this because people are douchebags, and sometimes as a community we end up having to pay a price for the things that we do because of it. I do not hold Funcom responsible for that. It's their game. They can do whatever they want. But it's just, well, let's just say it's just shitty players. Awesome. Thank you. Some people say that, well, if you could do it in the game, then it shouldn't be considered a glitch or... Easy there, big guy. If you can do it in the game, then it's not a glitch and it's not a pro, whatever. Yeah, that's what people say when they know they're doing wrong. I do not have enough granite. Need to go get some granite. Okay, well, we'll go to this floor, which be okay. I'll fix that. Oh, I just made a thing about how you can't say you'll fix something later, because later never comes. I'll fix it later, though. Looks like I had to drop some stuff on the floor there. Yep. Okay, so let's go in here. Build us up. Oh, that stuff did. A lot of materials get involved in doing that, This is not where these belong, but we'll figure that out later. Okay, so we're going to take these back. We're not going to put them away, but we have boxes that we stuck over here that are literally just for when I don't have time or don't want to take the time to do something. and I want to move something around or get something out of the way, etc. So that's what these are for. Yeah, stuff's gonna move around, but all right. So it's ugly, but at least we're safe now. And once that update processes, we'll see what happens, and I'll let you know. But now we just got to make sure we don't clip ourselves. All right, so it's Saturday, and what is in this? Oh, look at that. It's Saturday, so today is, to start out at least, it's base maintenance day. Before we start doing some super awesome fun stuff, we got to get right up top above us just to kind of check and see how things are going up there, whether we're, our wind traps and our generators and everything are going to keep running. So, and since I'm in Haga, we are using the Mark V. And this is at least a good sign because everything seems to be spinning. I forgot about it making this different. All right, let's take a look. We have 15 days. It's pretty good. Don't normally get too involved until it says 7 or less. 15. Now, look at that. 9 hours. We don't have any standard filters. So we're going to have to go make some standard filters. 8 days. That's awesome. 7 days. Oh, these guys. I got 4 days. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and deposit one, get that bad boy up to 100. So why not? This one's down to 3, so we'll put 2 in there. So that's up to 100. How are you doing? 24 days. Okay. And 24 days as well. So, we're really good on there. I could take some of the stuff and move it off to the side, but we're not that crazy. At least not yet. This one's also 9 hours, so the standard filters are an issue. 15 days and 15 days. All right, so we're in pretty good shape up here, except for standard filters. So we're going to go make some of them. First time going in here. Let's make sure we do it right. I think we'll be okay, right? We should be fine. All right. So we'll come down here. And I think this is the one we need. Standard filters. That's why we had a bunch of plant fibers on, because I kind of knew there was a problem. Aluminum and everything is good. All right, let's turn this machine on. We'll just go with the standard. And we can make 13. Let's go ahead and make 10. These don't take long, so that's fine. Boom, 1. You can actually leave them in here and it'll count it. I need to make one of those boxes up on the roof, my roof supplies box with the low grade and industrial lubricants, the standard filters, and then the fancy filters that I use for the wind traps. This is something I like to do every Saturday. What I've been doing is, like, I'll play in, early morning because normally I'm off Saturday. But that's something I would do before stream. And I thought, you know what? I should kind of show this. And we started to last week as well. But I should kind of show this just to let everybody know, hey, this is a good thing to set yourself up on a decent schedule to, yeah, look at that. We can back out of this without hitting anything. Okay. But yeah, it's a good thing to set yourself up with a schedule. That way you don't suddenly come running up here and be like, oh no, things are off. All right, so how many can it hold? I don't even know how many it can hold. Let's see. 4 gets us up to 100%. That's a day 17. It can hold 5. That's bizarre. We should make that a little more. It's one of the lower of everybody. Now we got to come over here and wait, because I'm pretty sure we used all 5 that we had just made. No, we got 3. Look at that. It's like I've done this before. It's like I know what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, we gonna get caught in the roof? Nope. Okay, so we made a couple changes to the base. Unfortunately, it's nighttime, so it's a little harder to see. But we made her... we went one more slot this way. I was trying to keep this area open for any players that are coming through. That's still enough space for people to get by. I am kind of a douche for building right on the edge, so I apologize to everybody on my server for kind of shorting that room. That one rock there could potentially cause a problem, but is what it is, so I'm very sorry. But yep, we did a little bit of changes. We had to move this thing over one. So now we've got extra space here. We got 4. Oop. Easy, easy. But we got a wider door, which is super cool. We changed this around a little bit. I used to have stuff on the floor there. We've done an up step for smaller boxes, done some mediums. Keep it organized. I made little parking spots for my Mark 6 and my sand bike. Got to put something over there. Don't know what it is. We made our steps wider just because I wanted to be able to come up the stairs to symmetry. I mean, I am who I am. But yes, so we got cemetery, and then we got my angry steps. It's like looking at me, judging me on things that I did. We still have all the blood stuff over here, and we have our death stills and some water storage over here. But oh, somebody's tearing things up. I built these steps, but I still have a ceiling there because I got to make sure I clear out everything above that before we open it up. We got our Atreides hologram things. At least a little bit of a ceiling design. Super awesome thing I was talking about earlier in the description about finally got something done that I was thrilled about. So let's go take a look. Look at that. I can do the plant hologram. No, I'm just cats. I mean, I can do it, but that's not what we were super awesome excited about. What we were super awesome excited about is that right there. So that is the large spice refinery. The only thing that I was missing, and the most expensive and largest thing we had to build. We're starting to express ourselves a little bit with the decor. This is just kind of temporary over here, but I moved all of my spice down here and do some carpets down. I think I'm going to move these guys over so they're not like clogging up the stairs, but there she is. Why is that important? Because I have it off right now. You make 200 spice at a time with 10,000, which basically means you're able to make 1 spice melange for every 50 spice sand that you put in. When we look at the medium back here, the medium is 750 to make 10, which means for every 75 you put in. So you can make 2 spice melange or 3 out of the same amount. So this is not as efficient, but I only need 750 to make 10, whereas on the other one I need, 10,000 in order to make a 200 batch. So we're definitely going to keep this one here, just for those little times when we're only one or two off, and this boy here is making the big supplies. So super happy about that. Um, Bittersweet because it's like that's something I really wanted to do, and all the time I played has worked up to this, and here it is. What now? You know. Um, we're gonna do some more decorations, liven the place up a little bit. I think I kind of went too big, so we might shorten things up a little bit, like bring this in. But the problem I have with that is number one, building in this game is for the most part easy, but you either dehydrating and getting heat stroke when you do it during the day, or in my case, since I'm built on a terrible pathing, I get the Sardaukar attacking me all the time. However, it's not such a bad thing for the Sardaukar to attack me because they help keep this box nice and full. It's interesting, and there was a point where, like, I had to run from those guys because when I first got into Vermilius Gap, I actually lost my sand bike going back to the Haga South when I first moved over here. So I wasn't very well equipped. And moving everything from my base, I was driving along and everything just like flickered for a second, and then my bike just stopped. And I'm just sitting there, and I had no control whatsoever. So I think it was transitioning from one zone to the other. The server got a little upset with me, and I just sat there, and then the little vibrations came, and then the worm ate me. When I went to I don't know, the shadow zone, where the guide talks to you and tells you that you can have here's a sand bike. I couldn't move there either, so I didn't even get a sand bike back. So I was trapped over here, not geared up properly, not ready to handle anything over here. Like literally hadn't done a single thing in Vermilius Gap. So I used to hide from the Sardaukar. I was like, oh my gosh. I would watch their ship go over and make sure I didn't ride. A couple times I'd run outside and get hit with the light beam, like standing in the door, and it was just a pain in the butt. Now I can one shot them. Now I farm them. So piss off, That's Sardaukar sitting in there. But yeah, so there's just a little bit about that. And we started cleaning some things up. Made a bigger box for our fancy stuff because we're rolling in cash now and everything's great. This is the area I was talking about, but I've got it cleared up. I think I'm going to pull this in one to be more in line with the rest of the base, but I kind of like the way the rocks are. Don't know yet. But yeah, we're going to move some more stuff around. And at least we've got some playtime there for, with a lack of content. But hey, is what it is. So yeah, that's just a little bit of an update. Our next trip is going to be right here to this box, because this one has all the fuel cells in it. And we're going to go to, that's not the right one, this one. Excuse me, this is the Scout, my Mark V. So we're going to throw 500 fuel cells to take down there because that base really only has some generators. And I don't even use it to process the materials. I just use it for a collection point. So there we are. Occasionally I got to make sure I bring some stuff down there. Like we'll bring down some of the iodine pills. It's downstairs. Tell you one thing we're gonna do though. Come over to our supply box here, and we got only a half, so we're gonna bring 2 over, and then we'll come over here because I definitely don't. I was gonna say I don't need to be running around with one of these, but we did want to check on on the deep desert base. So please get down. Please get down. Please get down. Come on. Come on. There you go. Thanks. Should probably make another one of these. Okay, so you know what? It worked out coming up here. That's what we're going to tell ourselves. So let's go make ourselves. We got to come here for those. We'll turn it on. Power's still there. It's getting close though. And I think you're here. Oh no, not the garments. What am I doing? It's this one. And it'll be here. There's an advanced particulate filter. Shh, getting low. I'm only going to bring 2. Just because it's Saturday, so we only got like 2 days out there. I just want to make sure it stays running. Oh, we ran out of plant fiber. Okay, so now I know that I said that we use our Mark V for all the running around here, which is technically not a lie, but we're going to take the other one, the Mark VI, down. Oh, I had to make this thing. I had to make this thing for a contract. I don't really like it, but I want to keep it there because I don't like it. Just to irritate me. I just literally, every time I see it, I'll remember having to put it up there for a contract. It's like, oh, God, stupid thing. I don't even know what it is. Well, with the sun coming up, you get to see a little bit more. Maybe. Yeah, we got ourselves a little outpost outlook area, gazebo. Gazebos. And like I said, I think I might trim this in one more, but it does line up with the rest of everything. I have to see. I think my neighbor's going after that spice. I pull in enough. Like a globe. But we're going to take this one down to that southern base, the Jasmine base, just because once we drop off those fuel cells, deep desert time. But yet we're at about a half hour now. Did some chatting in the beginning, so it doesn't take long to do the base maintenance, and it's important. I've kept my Jasmine base up a lot longer than I thought I was going to. I figured I would close that bad boy down after just 1 or 2 trips, but like I said, you know, there's still a reason to exist in aluminum land. So, pretty sure that thing blew. I wonder if it's more that way. Looks like there's one right there. We'll see, right? We're already out this way. The spice must flow. Not the best placement. I think we can drop in right about here. And let's take a look. Is it real or is this a fake one? It's real. You can tell because this little mountain starts showing up. So, hooray. And then we're just going to short shoot all the way around. Oh, forgot about you up here. This way we're making sure that we get all of it. So close. Get a little bit of heat stroke. I can handle it. We got water. Totally had to look to make sure I have water, but yeah. Dude, really? I do not trust them. I don't normally like being on the the other side of an incline for them, because that's how they can jump. Cheeky little bastards. Yep, he went away. Back to it. At least it gave us a chance to cool down a little. Alrighty. No, you can get mad at me if you want, big guy. We're gone. Oh, nice. Nice little surprise. Happy sort of chance. I'm just coming down here to put some fuel cells into a generator, and away we go. So at first, whenever I had anything that started getting darker, like you'll see down there on my diagram of the vehicle, I would be freaking out, like, oh, it's turning orange, and we'd grab the old welder. Oh, I'm in the radiation. Um, I would start freaking out about that and be like, oh, got to fix that. But yeah, no, you can let it get red. Unless you're in like PvP or the deep desert area, then I'd be a little more cautious. But for the most part, that's as good as 100%, and we got time. All right, a little square base. Boop. Down we go. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I was here a while ago, so this shouldn't be in bad shape. It's got 6 days. As I said before, there's my old Mark V buggy. Actually, no, I think that's a Mark IV, isn't it? Let's take a look. Yeah, it's a Mark IV buggy. But I got a Mark V cut array, so it's enough to do Jasmium. Can't do anything beyond that. So, but yeah, this one, I've never lost a buggy, so this was the original buggy I made, and still serves a purpose down here. Doesn't get to use it once did, so I do feel bad for it. But what can you do? This is just some extra junk, and as you can see, I've still got tons of this stuff. These fuel cells are, they're in the other, they're in the other one, because I don't take this one down here. But we got time, so we didn't come down here to do it. We came down here to check. It's got a bunch of empty bottles of water in this thing. We got days. We got almost a week. Next time we hop into the Mark V, we know what to do. Why is it so windy? Funcom, if you're watching, these transitions need to be monitored far closer. Um, I used to think it was kind of crappy that I came in from the deep desert once and was looking at the sandstorm as it approached. Luckily, I was able to just jump back into the ornithopter, turn around, and head back out to the world map. And last night, I traveled in from the deep desert, and when I got there, it was in the midst of a sandstorm. So you all got to put something in there that's like sandstorm in progress. You got to wait a minute. So if you're watching, please, that would be helpful. Let me move this up a little. I know it's probably banging loud. Gotta watch that cable too and keep hitting that. I was smart. I built my base a little bit closer to my guild base, so when we do fun things or when I'm shuttling things back and forth, doesn't take as long. So this will be as good a time as any to relate the story of the fact that we got to do some PvP the other day out here. So a little backstory. Um, I just kind of stay low key when I'm out here. I fly under the radar. There's a lot of times I'm out here doing stuff people don't even know I'm in the game. Um, but I do chat with some folks out here, so etc. But and I also don't press my luck. If I come across a small field, no one's taking it, drop down and grab it. If I see a medium field blow and I or come across one that's not being done, or if there's one person, two people can do a medium and get along just fine, and both will be incredibly happy. So if there's two people, there's no one there or one person there, I'll land. If another person shows up and there's three, I'm out. Just because that much activity is going to get some worm attention and potentially bad things could happen. So, yeah. So if I find a small field all by myself, I'll take it. If I find a medium that blows in front of my face there or come across it and there's nobody else or one person, I'll take part in it. I will only do a large field if there's no one there. Just for safety's sake. And that is so the more people you have out there, and I used to do some of those larger fields in bigger groups. We got along, no one fought, but you're constantly jumping up in the air because of all the thumper and compactor actions, and there's the potential a big group coming in and saying, "Everybody get out, we're bringing in a crawler." So I usually just avoid them. But for getting materials like the stravidium or the aluminum, you've seen me a bunch of times. If I see somebody, it's a small field out there. If I see somebody already in an area, I'll go away. I missed it, you know. Cheers, good luck. And I've also kind of pushed my luck a little bit. If you look down here in the bottom left corner there, you'll see that big island. Out there, there is an island just like that that has titanium. In fact, there's two of them this week. There's also stravidium islands, where it's just a majority of that material alone. So I flew out there and came up on it, and I could see there was a guy in a buggy, which I thought, okay, that's odd. So there's probably a carrier somewhere because that's how you get buggies out to these big islands. I've seen people do it before, but normally I see the carrier as well. But I didn't. So I believe what homie did there was he built the buggy and then he just put everything in his backpack, flew out there, and then took his little tool, put the ornithopter in his pocket, made the buggy, and was just cruising around. And it didn't occur to me then, but it should have. That's not a good tactic. The reason you want to take a buggy out there is because it can hold so much more and it gets so much more from each node. But once you're full, you got to do something with it. If you drop it and take it apart, it's going to leave it on the ground, which if you go and drop it off at a base, by the time you come back, it's probably gone. So, anywho, I let him have the main island, and I just kind of went over onto a side one. And I went into a spot that a buggy can't get to. Like there's some that are higher up on the cliffs and everything like that. And I got out and I started to mine. And then I got killed by rockets. He was not mining at all. He was out there driving around with a rocket buggy waiting for people to land so we could kill him. So he downed me and then killed me. And he was getting ready. He actually fired a couple shots into my ornithopter. So his plan was to destroy not just me, but also to take out the ornithopter as well. But there was a second ornithopter, a person I did not know, who got his attention. And what that allowed was, because I had set the vehicle respawn, I was able to respawn. It told me I had to wait because there's PvP. So, there's a PvP timer, so you can't just immediately come back. But I was able to respawn on my vehicle, run up, grab my backpack from my little dead body, get into the ornithopter, and get back into the air. He did realize it, and took a couple shots. He did hit me once, but the others missed, and I got out of his range. So, if that other ornithopter wasn't there, he would have blown up my ship. And then he got out and take all my resources, and I would have respawned, I guess, here with no options. I don't think I could leave. I don't have a backup vehicle over here, which I think that little Mark IV is going to make its journey out here from this point on. Just so if something terrible and horrible does actually happen and I lose everything, then I can get out of the deep desert. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait for either a guildmate or somebody else to give me a ride back, which, no. But anyway, so it was kind of sobering. Like, wow, that would have screwed me. That would have taken my Mark VI. I think I've got enough to build another one. I mean, I don't have very much spice in my base, but I can make it. I have a lot of raw spice. And yeah, I was kind of sad. And I was like, dude. But we made it back here and grabbed my welding tool, got us fixed up. And then we came over here to this big box. Sorry, this big box. Back at the base. In this box, I had down here rocket pods. And here I had rockets. So we dropped our storage containers, put the pods on, grabbed our missiles, and we went back out to say hi again. And when I got there, he had engaged somebody else who was firing back at him. And between the two of us, he didn't stand a chance. So he died. And I did not make the same mistake that he did. Once we got the kill, I continued to fire until that vehicle was gone. We blew up the buggy. So yeah, my first little taste of official deep desert PvP was some douchebag who just thought it was funny. And he actually came into the chat later and was like, oh, I was just trying to see if the thing was viable. And it's like, that would have been pretty harmful to me. I was not set up to deal with that. I'd have been stuck out here. I'd have had somebody come and help me. And I did learn a lesson from that I need to be a little better prepared for the potential of bad things to happen. But he didn't care because he's got plenty of those materials. And he's just going to make more. I flew past it the day later, and it ends up that now they've built bases out there, little bases on that island. So they just roll up, build their little base, build their buggies, and sit around and just grief people. And that warrants talking a little bit about PvP in this game. I played Destiny for a long time. Did a lot of Crucible. Did a lot of Trials of Osiris, and we played Call of Duty as well. I don't shy away from PvP, but I don't do it unless I want to do it. Like, you know what I mean? Right now, I'm building stuff and completing quest lines and just doing things on my own, and I'm content with that. I'm real happy with that. Um, I would like to be able to go. Honestly, if you've seen the movie Dune, I would love for PvP in this game to be like that final Paul and Fade type fight. And I know that some of the groups make like a little dojo building out there in the deep desert where you can go and that's what they do. They fight. They don't kill each other. If you get downed, you're considered lost. So it's just people, having fun. And I'm all for it. I don't go there because I don't want to do it. But if you're just doing it, fighting other people and ambushing other people, let's talk about that first. As far as ambushing me, I'm not upset about that. Man, it's a decent tactic. I saw him. I knew he was there. Yeah, we need to stick one in there. So I'm not upset about him ambushing me. And honestly, I should have paid more attention. Um, I think you can understand why coming out here and seeing a buggy on a main island, I made the assumption that he was mining ores and not looking for a fight, but that was the point. But yeah, sorry. Um, so I'm not upset that he ambushed me. I am kind of 3 days. It's fine. I'm kind of upset about the reason why, just to see if it would do. I just wanted to see what it would do. Um, because of the effect it would have on me, because what I would have lost. Now, he didn't care. Like I said, he's got plenty of materials, probably in a decent sized guild. They build this stuff all the time, and he's at that fart around status, but I'm not. So what was nothing to him would have set me back pretty far. And if this was my first time out here in the deep desert, it would have had a lot more. And um, it's just real shitty. It really is. Like, you want to fight somebody. I make a lot of Serenity references, Firefly references. I was like one of the scenes that they had in that show um, where the doctor, Simon, was saying about how he didn't know if Mao would shoot him in the back. And Mao looked at him and he said, "If I ever shoot you, you'll be awake, you'll be facing me, and you'll be armed." And if you want to go that route, awesome, more. But if you're just going to hide around and ambush and do, just for the fun of it, just to see what it's like, um, yeah, you're a scumbag. What a piece of shit. So that's why I killed him and had no qualms killing him. And actually, they built that base and I flew by it. And his one buddy engaged again. And I was getting ready to rally the troops to go out there, but apparently somebody knows who that person is. I mean, I know his name. I don't want to call him out or say anything, but if you're that bored with the game that that's all you got left to do, go find something else to do. We actually have nothing happening. We're full of water. Holy cow. I really didn't want to, but I guess we need to go do some material runs, don't we? Yeah, I'll tell you what. So I was messing around with my friends. I finally got some of the spice infused plastanium dust. You get those in the labs that you do out here. We'll take that and put that in there. And we're going to leave one of these behind. Probably take that with us. We'll drop both of those. So this will thin us down. We're at about 50. We carrying a lot of health packs and stuff. And we're going to drop all 3 of these in here. I guess I'll just... Bastards. We're going to do this. That way we are fully empty there. We're going to get some materials at least to get this little thing started. But I will tell you, we are a little smarter about things. A little more cautious. But I learned a lesson, which is good, without having to learn it the hard way and having to go rebuild a bunch of stuff. So yeah. But we'll head out there, we'll get some strontium, we'll get some titanium, we'll at least get some ores going. And then we're on to the main task tonight, even though we're like an hour in. We'll be doing some contracts. I kind of stopped doing those. The money didn't matter to me all that much. I mean, all I was doing was paying a little bit of taxes and etc. But yeah, I finally started knocking out some of these contracts, which they're kind of fun. And I'll be honest, I'm really glad I did it because it's so much easier with an ornithopter and with some higher level weapons. Um, we don't have to. Some of those fights could be pretty bad if we weren't easy, if we weren't better equipped. Look at the map here real quick. Do, 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 do. I think it's in this. It's either this one or this one. Is the island where I think it's actually this guy. Let's mark that. That's where the douchebag and his friends decided to set up. So I liked the way Destiny did PvP because everybody in there was of the PvP mindset. Um, you would go in, it was matches, and same thing with Call of Duty. Playing that, you go into multiplayer. Guess what? People are going to be shooting at you, and you're going to be shooting at them. It was all kind of knowledge, and you would be built up, prepared, and ready to go for that. Um, yeah, it's just this this does add, and people that play survival games will tell you this, and looter shooters and all that, that the fact that people could kill you and take your stuff adds a level of danger to the game. And yeah, that is true. But for me personally, I would prefer a place where we could go. I would love for them to do some kind of like in the labs or something to where you go in and that's where you're going to do your PvP. Everybody's in the same mindset. Everybody agrees. This is how it's going down. And away you go. In most cases, I can get away from anybody. The reason he caught me was because I made some assumptions. But like I said, we've now learned about that. Yep, so here's titanium. I don't see any buggies. But now I've got trust issues. So we're going to do a quick run through the entire place. Scan to make sure we don't see anyone. Then we're going to land right in the middle, grab about 3, maybe 4 of these things, and we'll call it a day. Looks good though. That's right up there on that ledge. That is where the bad things occurred. Alright, this looks actually... Let's check the skies. Alright, a big plume. Very big plume. So another thing that we do to speed ourselves up here is, first off, we shouldn't be parking so close, because that gives us a distorted cut. On brake, thank you. So we're looking around now. We'll come up here. And before we go into a menu, we make sure coast is completely clear. Another thing I was thinking about doing was farming not in a still suit. By the way, if you come up here and just hit F, it transfers anything that you have that's shared much faster. Kevin told me that. And I'm combining the running around and picking up the fragments with looking around. Don't see anybody. Sometimes there's also people that'll come out here, they'll pocket their ornithopter, and they'll just kind of sit and wait and ambush you. Which is another thing that's kind of shitty about it, is because you come out here. Oop, I drank water instead. You come out here and you pocket your ornithopter. Why? Because you don't want to lose it. And then you sit and hide and you wait until somebody else comes along who doesn't pocket their ornithopter, and then you kill them and take them. Which makes you a douchebag. Let them know. There's chat options in this game. I am way far from where I want to be. Do not like leaving my ship that open. In fact, we're not doing this anymore. Drank water again. Thought about farming not in a still suit, but in a set of armor so that I can handle things a little better, but it's going to be way hard for me to break my my heat stroke. 440, so we're doing pretty good. Don't hear or see anything. But yep, keep on bouncing, that's fine. But yeah, we got a little too comfortable. A little too confident in our abilities. So where are we at, by the way? We're in G3. I guess that wasn't a very fancy because it would still be going off. At least I would think so. Yep, somebody in chat saw it, so they went to go check it out. They said it's a medium. All right, so we're on the market for some Stravidium now. Because we were actually at our base out of everything. But yep, so there's my PvP. I was killed but not finished off. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. So we're going to leave that island. It's got stuff we need, but we don't need it that bad. Mainly because we're not prepared for a fight. So they might be the same douchebags who just built a base, similar, a little offset area. Odd to pass up titanium, but like I said, we're being overly cautious. Up and out. Let's see if anybody's behind us. Appear as such. Wow, we're a little heavy already, huh? That's all right. So we get one more Stravidium, and we'll call this little run a day. We'll get back here, get things running, and then we'll head back to Haga. I'll come back out here later to pick it up. Probably do a little more farming out here once we get that. Funny, lots of titanium when I'm not looking for it. Normally I would always grab that because we've always been so heavy with the Stravidium. Tough cut. Got it though. All right, I just don't want to be out here anymore. That'll be enough. But I'm still a proponent of any player can come out here, even if you don't want PvP at all. And especially if you have that mindset of avoiding conflicts, and in the event that trouble does find you, you are prepared and ready and able to just vacate the area and get away. It's very hard in this game for somebody who is trying to initiate combat. It's hard for them to keep up with you if you just want to get clear. So keep that in mind. By that I mean a Mark 6. So this Mark 6, as you can see here, I'll do about 182 in a Vulture Glide. If I were to take my storage pods off and put rocket pods on, I lose about 20 miles per hour or 20 kilometers per hour, which in the event of a pursuit, that means a storage copter or thopter could get away from me. Um, and an assault even more so. So you're able to outrun in this configuration even without boosters. Now, if they have boosters, they can continue that fight and keep it up a little longer. That, by the way, is a dojo like I was talking about. That's where people meet up to fight. Totally support that. That's awesome. Um, and especially if I know that my only option is to evade and escape, you're gonna have a hard time getting me. So I've had people follow, or at least try to. Doesn't take long to outrun them. The other option, the other thing is I carry more fuel cells on me than most people would. Um, Somebody out there for a prolonged fight might have some, but yeah, I can refuel midair. I can keep this. I can keep this going for a long time. So I will still, even though we got killed and then killed somebody, I'll still be doing this. I'll still be coming out here. Mainly because we still need plastanium. We got a ton of it, and we also need spice. Although I got to be honest, Haga Basin does almost as good as I do out here. Um, I don't know if it's me or the game or what. I've heard people say it's the game, but been in short supply. The spice fields are just not blowing the way they're supposed to be. It's got you all upset. Also, by the way, there's a little pocket of stravidium shows up. I did not see it when I built my base here, but yep, I got a little node. Um, I don't want to actually take it that often because get in trouble for farming nodes or building on nodes like that. Okay, so we're gonna drop you in here and you in there. Then we'll go up here, and we'll bring most of that over and that over. And I'm gonna make as much of this as we can. 60's not bad. I'm gonna go out and get that other little node out there, just because I also need time for those stravidium fibers to get made, so I can set some plastanium up. So we got a little bit of time to kill. Nothing too extensive. I did this once and then just watched my ornithopter just continue to slide until it settled down. It went right over the edge. I mean, this is not a PvP section, so the danger level is way farther down. There we go. We got a bunch more now. And that took much less time than I would have preferred, because there's no way any of this is going to be done anytime soon. So maybe we get total of 8. So awesome. Oh, now we get 21 in there. Still got tons of water. It's a desert game, you know. All right, so let's come over here. We'll at least get some plastanium going. Oh, actually, I got way more of that than I thought I did. What am I doing? God, stupidness. Still didn't use it all. This is going really well. So the 2 large wind traps up top, plus the death stills if I have to, and throwing some bodies in there, and camel back in some water, to and fro. That is working out great. I got plenty of floor plan here. This is actually a little too big. Wonder how long my generator has before it. Yeah, they're fine. And if I need to, there are tons of fuel cells and stuff out in the back. I'm actually going to shut these bad boys off. I actually let them run earlier. So we'll power these bad boys down. Base is running about half power. And we're going to be doing, taking some of this stuff back. This I got, like I said, in the testing stations. is where I got all this extra stuff. So, and this is what I've been making. And I put all my spice in my guild's base because they have a large refinery over there and I have nothing in here that I can do. Guess I'll just do that. These I'm going to keep here because they still have water in them. So there's a possibility that one's empty. Bodies stay there. I think we're good on cells. Yeah, still got a full one. All right, so that's everything in there. And I don't think there's anything in this one. We'll take the complex machinery. I'm not going to build anything else out here. So we'll take this stuff back too. Might need to repair some things. I'm not sure. We'll take the broken thing back. And there's no reason to leave the spice. Okay, so here's another option. Like, let's say I want to bring some of this stuff back, right? So here's 70 cobalt paste. That's 70 volume. And when we look at the ornithopter, that goes in my backpack, you know. Let's take the steel ingots, because look at how much space I still have. And I've got some, 1987 there. These are 15. It'd be way better to put, these higher volume items since it's got the extra space. So just keep your eyes open for that. If we want to bring this duraluminum back, there's 50 versus 15. So that'll go in the backpack. We'll put this over here. And 35. I don't actually want to tear this base down. I don't want to take it completely apart, but this will just make life easier when I do break everything down if I don't have a ton of extra stuff. But that I think is going to be saved for tomorrow. And then Monday will be the actual come out here, get the last little bits, and tear the base down. So I'm over here. We're going to take whatever's been made. And I will see you in a couple hours, Deep Desert Base. The more I'm thinking about it, definitely like that idea of bringing that old Mark IV out here. Even though it's not in the best shape, it's kind of trashed. Either that, excuse me, or making another Mark V just to be a desert runner in the event that I get caught off guard or outgunned and bad things occur. That way I'm not stuck. Um, it's funny, I died out here when a worm ate me when I was mining spice with far too many people, which is where I learned to clear out when there's a bunch. Nobody shot at me. It was just the worm came up right up underneath me. It was killing the guy next to me, but it killed me with him. And when I respawned, I couldn't respawn out here because I didn't have anything with me. So I respawned back in Haga base, and it actually stuck me in my southern base, the Jasnium base, which was terrible because that was the crazy adventure to get back. So we're definitely going to add spare ornithopter parts in a box to the list of things to bring out here. And it can be a Mark IV because it could be anything, but it doesn't have to be super awesome powerful because we're going to definitely use it as just a rescue vehicle to get ourselves out of bad spots. In fact, I think I'm probably going to make something tonight, either bring that Mark IV out or make one. So I got to eat a cookie. A little issues going on right now. I can feel it. So So overall, this took about an hour for 3 bases, and I did go out on a supply run too to get some extra materials. So if you do have a limited playtime, and you can only play for, an hour or two every other night or just a couple times a week, you can make sure the entire week is okay with just about an hour of runabout maintenance. Hello, friend. Hello, friend. I'm just sitting here thinking, I wonder if I'm going to come into a sandstorm. Even if one of these little, because these are all the different areas you can enter into the Haga Basin. So even if just one of them, like if this one was splashing and this one's splashing, then I know that there's a sandstorm at some point down in this area. Not sure where it's headed. But yeah, just, I don't know if that's possible, Funcom, but that would be really, really helpful. I would rather just sit right here for an extra 30 seconds than to come in here with all hell breaking loose. And it has happened several times. Not thrilled. I hear you back there. Can I see you? Yeah, I kind of see you. All right, looks like we're clear. Good. While we're gaining altitude, we'll take a look. That's the one I got earlier, so it's still showing up for me. So we're going to fly in. That spice field looks new, doesn't it? What is going on here? Oh, dude. Ah, somebody's already grabbing it. Okay. Are you on drum sand? Is that what's going wrong? No, he's not. Okay, so I missed that one. He's already there. He's doing his thing. I'm not going to interfere. I'm not going to swoop down there and try to take some too, even though this is a non-PvP area. I was too late. Man, I missed those little top windows. Not gonna lie. A little bouncy here coming in. Okay, so we come over to the box and we're just going to drop all this stuff. Because we got things to do. Nah, we're fine. We got quite a few things. So if you look up there, you'll see this says check in at Crossroads. So let's do that. I have no idea where Crossroads is. Crossroads is right there. It's a good thing I stopped to check, otherwise we're going the wrong way. It's weird that my wings aren't the same. I usually fix them both at the same time. Why is my what? Sometimes it's best just not to ask why. I think I still got a bunch of fuel cells in this thing too. It does. So yeah, like I'd mentioned earlier before I was just talking about doing this instead of doing it. I really just kind of didn't do a lot of the contracts. I was just exploring, doing things on my own. Um, Doing these with an ornithopter is so much better than if I was running around still with a sand bike, or even with a buggy would make some difficulties. I did the one where I was messing with the slavers, and I had to go to all these different places and take a bunch of slaver guys out, and just being able to fly from one spot to the other, so helpful. Check in at the crossroads. I'm here. There's nothing here. Did I maybe do this before I got the contract to come over here and do this? I guess so. Who are you? I don't have any. I know who that guy is. I don't know who you are. This lady's great. Good old Zoe. Zoe has good stuff for sale. An old Sparky. It's kind of nice. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do contracts that we've already picked up. That's good, because we have a bunch of them, too. So that's just a dead contract. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of things here. What is in payload? Find the wreck of the Electo and contact. You know what? This is kind of dangerous. Because the Electo, if I'm not mistaken... Alright, so here's the wreck of the Electo, but that's going to be a PvP zone, so I do definitely have to be careful. This one here is part of the Bene Gesserit training that I have to do. I've been working on unlocking things in that skill tree. In the event that I do start doing more PvP, and I'm going to do that in like I said, a more controlled fashion. I fight people who know we're fighting. There's some skills that I didn't care to unlock because I wasn't going after people or engaging with other people. So I didn't unlock a lot of the combat skills. And I also didn't, I fully completed the Plantologist. I still need to do work on the Swordmaster. I still need to do work on the Bene Gesserit. Trooper and Mentat, I think I'm doing all right on. So, yeah, we got a lot of work to do. So I think what we'll do is we're going to do this. Do. And then we're going to change clothes. We're going to put this stuff on because this stuff will last a whole lot longer in the event. I know how to get dressed. Heavy. Good. Okay. I used all the water in the still suit since I'm not going to be wearing it, but yeah, we're a little low on water and we got some problems there, but we're going to have to figure that out. We're going to head to the wreck of the Electo. I'm going to head out the wrong door, so we're just going to run around outside. And also, since we're not in combat, or we're not base building, I'm going to take this off, and we're going to put the vehicle backup tool on. Another thing that I needed to start getting used to doing is not leaving my ornithopter sitting out in the open. Oh. What is going on here? I don't know why they were down so far. This one's not. Okay. So there we are. Yeah, we're pretty much heading straight north. Going to the wreck of the Electo. Nice little hangar design on that base. That's actually a nice base, whoever made that. That one, not so much. Does that mean? I don't know. Maybe. I don't care. Alright, so there's the Electo right ahead of us. Not entirely sure what we have to do here. Like I said, this is going to be a PvP area, which we're going to be on our toes, but also my goodness. This is quite an establishment. How long has it been here, man? Oh my, there's a lot of people here. I don't know if I just want to drop right in. Oh, hey. All right. Okay. I do. Can't believe that guy took a... Who are you, man? You're dead. Those people are tough. I got nothing good on you. Ugh. I don't even need that stuff. But we'll take some time to heal up. A little concerned about leaving this thing out here, but I'll tell you what, we're going to hit the buy button. Vehicle's out of range. It's right there. Oh my gosh. Oh, the inventory's not empty. That's right. I can't. Sorry. Got a bunch of fuel cells in because I'm an idiot. All right, well, it's going to sit right there. Hopefully we do not get the warnings. Well, that's a good haul. There are so many bad guys here. Holy cow. Oh, that one's so far away, they're gross. I think that one's too far away. I hit him. Trying to figure out why those guys were so tough if all these douchebags are just dropping. There's going to be more. I know there's going to be more. Alright, so right here's the zone change. I got to get out of the direct sunlight here. Switch guns. My name is Jack. Well, my name is Max. Alright, I found the wreck of the Electo. What do I have to do while I'm in here? Not really thrilled about having to contact somebody. So many scary sounds. No, cargo, yeah. No. Really? Why do we have to... Didn't want to do that. Why do we have to separate that into different tasks? Can I cut you? I can. That door gonna... Okay, thanks. That's nice. I hate this when it says like, oh, hi. Ooh, flamethrower guy. Actually took quite a few shots to go down. We're going to try to, Whoa! Whoa! What is... okay, it's not that loud for you guys, but dude, why is there, like, tribal drum corps? The hell did she hit me with? Oh, this is bad. Hi. This, I'm not kidding, guys. This drum beat crap has got to go. Okay, so I gotta find more crates. I guess we're going down here, huh? Oh, there's somebody over there. Someone right there, too. Oh no, that's the same someone. And I'm about to fall off the edge. Yo, we gotta turn this game music down. Oh, thank God it finally ended. Holy crap. I know it's to build the ambiance and all that shit, but man. I've been to concerts that had less volume. What's that? Confused. I am confused. I think I killed all the bad guys at least. Okay. I have missed something. That drum shit again. Aha. There's something. Is it just in here? That. Oh, I gotta contact the issuer again. Nah. Gosh. I don't like doing that in this area. No, but it implies, but something makes it contract. Eyes on the prize. Use your scanner to pick up the trail. Don't think I have. I don't have a scanner. Yeah, I don't have a scanner. This was fun, though. Except for the drums. That's interesting. How do I get in there? Not this way, we don't. All right. Oh, that's pretty cool. Good job, dude. I'm right here. Oh, you took a double shot. Look at you. Picking up some granite, huh? Oh, that's a far drop down. Can I grapple all the way? Of course not. I don't use the super jump. I don't have that. I'm not liking the sounds in this place. I want to go home. Oh, look, these guys spawned again. It's Max again. I just have to come in and get my ship. Yeah, it's me. Why are they going down so quick now? It's best not to question. Huzzah. Okay, so take a look at this. We're at 17,000. I don't know how much we had on us before. I don't think we had that much. But yeah, between going in there and doing the contract, different steps, I mean, making tons of money. I don't know what I'm going to spend that on besides, like, the building stuff and swatches and cosmetics. But, you know, hey. Ugh, sorry, I had to move. Is what it is. Definitely need to bring a scanner back here, I guess, in order to man, this place is weird. Let's go do some Benny Gesserit stuff, right? That should be a lot. It should be a lot smarter. Oh my gosh, what did we do? Well, guys, we broke the game now. Yeah, it looks horrible over there, too. I'm hoping that's just from me getting in. Guess it's this, huh? Let's go to Journey and track that. Let's make sure that we get that. Track. Close. Search the pepper. Yep, I would assume it's in here, since this looks like a nice little building. It's a tad bit gross to look at, though. Yep, it was just because we were inside. Uh-oh. Somebody needs some water. We need some water right up and now. Is there any water in here? Hi, yeah, I was wondering, do you have any water? Because I'm not going to make it much longer. And I'm just going to miss now because I'm an idiot. Oh my goodness. You got to be careful because we're going to die if we we'll find some water soon. I don't think I have any on me, do I? I don't. I'm a bad person. I could just drop down and go find some flowers. I said I could go downstairs and go outside and find flowers. Yeah, we're going to have to do that because we're going to die. Gotta be something out here, right? Oh, we're just going to climb on resource nodes, because that's smart. Come on, man. There's got to be some flowers around here somewhere. Guess I could have just flown, right? You guys don't have any flowers. Oh, bad things are about to occur, folks. I think we're going to die. Yeah, because I don't have any water. It is the desert. Let's see. Yeah, we got checkpoint, and we should have a vehicle spawn in there too. We'll do the vehicle. Tactical error. Not starting out in much better shape. But what we can do, come in here. Hey. Oh, my. Dude, she put the poison on me and on the flowers, too. I don't think I have a Reaper tool with me, do I? Man, we are unprepared for this. It's like I've never played this game before. Don't you have any water? Take the sand trout leathers, though. I guess we need to find where we died. It's back there. We're okay for right now. I'm going to go continue that mission, even though we don't have a whole lot of, there it is. Could have picked a better spot. Man, we almost lost all our money, too. Holy cow, that would have sucked. Okay. What we're going to do here. We're going to switch back over to the still suit, even though I'd prefer to do combat with without it. But that way, a little bit of that water. Oh, my Lord. Hits just keep coming, don't they, folks? Wow. Wow. Had always been there? I say that like I come here all the time. The first time I came to this place, bad things occurred. They did not appreciate my visit, and they hurt me a whole lot. Now it's not so bad. A little problem with the problem rendering them graphics there, but okay, fun stuff. Let's get our shield back on. You're not supposed to be here. Why are you all back? Prick. I'll take the still suit tubing too. I got stuck right here in this spot that we're about to show you. There are 2 dingleberries up there that have like the shields and the chain guns, and I died running away from them right here, and they were both just standing right there. And they killed me like 4 times. Because I would spawn in, and as soon as I spawned in, they were like, oh, look at this dumbass. And then bad things occurred. Huh? Why did my gun sound like that? I can poison people too, see? There, these guys. Where did you go, sir? Because you are super annoying. You're a lady. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have assumed. Someone broke in here and stole the contents. Of what? Use my scanner again. Oh, that's annoying. Give me something good. Pipe cleaner. You can get a taro cutter ray from this. Which is really good. That's a good one to have. I actually just went and sold it when I got... Oh, that's why. I guess this is what I was looking at. That's going to suck if it's like right here. Alright, so I guess we're going to have to go get a scanner. And then we'll just drop down on the floor. Boop. We'll have to get a scanner. Come back and do both of these. Assuming I even remember where my hand scanner is. Which I do not, so that's going to be fun. You know what? I wonder if Zoe has a scanner. Let's go see if Zoe sells scanners. She's a woman. She does all sorts of cool stuff. I see this also just reinforces what I was saying. How infuriating would it be to get all the way over here on like a bike or something and then find out because I left my scanner at home that that I couldn't do the mission. So I'd have to go all the way back to my base.
What'll it be?
I'm hoping that you have a scanner, my dear. I see I'm on the wall.
Welcome back. What'll it be?
Oh, the improvised cutter array is what you have on the wall. I'm sorry. I was getting upset with you. It's totally my fault. It's my screw up in the first place. I got to go all the way back to my base just to grab a scanner. We'll get water, though. I guess I'm going to need to carry that scanner from now on. I feel hydrated. Thank goodness. Worst case scenario, if you go to where, like the sandfly bases and like the old buildings, like this thing I'm pointing, like you guys can see, this thing to the right there. It's usually like a water cistern in there. It'll get you some, not a whole lot, but it'll get you some. So we're not going up to the top hangar. There's a little glitchy stuff going on there. We land here in the bottom because just like on the top area where I've got boxes that I dump stuff when I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do with this or whatever. These boxes here are the same thing. So there's a chance there might be a scanner. There is a scanner. Okay, so now we got a scanner. Let's go ahead and just dump all of this stuff. Here we are at 20,000. Hell yeah. We're at 45. Wow, I got to go through that. It's all right. We got another one right here. Let's put the scanner over there. That can go away. I don't need to keep that. And I guess we'll go ahead and research that pipe cleaner thing, right? Okay, so now we've got our scanner, but before we run off, ooh, they're hurt bad, aren't they? You know what's funny? I've never made one of those. The deciliter John. I've never made one. These are all ones that I found. Yeah, they're beat up, but I have like 6 or 7 of them. I've never made one. We gonna get a bunch of water. Could go repair that thing, but we're actually in really good shape. Oh, I'll tell you what. We're going to actually drink away. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Look at us, not dying from stupidity. And we're gonna refill that. I don't need that much, but we just learned a valuable lesson. So until the wounds heal. And oh, I'm surprised I could do that. Wow. But I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to come over here to this box. It has nothing in it. We're going to grab this because I don't want to... It's the wrong scout. Sorry. I don't want to leave that just laying there. And this will allow me to pick this up. Okay. So Forgot where I was for a second. We'll go back to do the Benny Gesserit thing. One thing I'm not thrilled about is with this Benny Gesserit stuff. I'm at the where my point of contact, I guess you would say, for this is that Jocasta lady, and she's in Harco Village. So I got to go see her back and forth every time I complete this. Another reason why it's so good to do these after you've got your own ornithopter, because otherwise you're dumping 2,500, I think it is, 2,500 Solari for a round trip just to go talk to her, for her literally to say, oh, wow, that's cool. Hey, go back and do this. We're at the 202 mark. We're going to push on, though, because I at least want to get something done, for gosh sakes. All this because of a scanner. I guess if I'm going to be doing contracts like this, I should probably add the scanner to the list to carry it along. Well, I guess we will. I like this. Maybe. Oh, no, we don't. That's fine. I'll go in the front door. I don't care. Okay, let's go ahead and take you. Boop. Put this back on. Put this on. And now that we're smart and have water, we can go with the heavy armor. Can I just equip from here? No, I can't. Hi, kitty. Y'all still dead? So I guess I have to go back to where I was in order to use the skin. Come on, dude. Come on, man. Oh, come on. Say hi to everybody. Oh, get down. Come on. You got legs? He's on the keyboard. Dude, seriously? No, no, no. More sand trout leathers, I guess, and tubing. Means I'm gonna have to kill these dingleberries again. I don't believe there's been enough time for the chest to respawn. Yeah, they're back in here. That kind of looked like it was going to be a miss. Not going to lie. Oh, I guess it did respawn? No, of course not. Why are there so many of them? Can't see them through the haze. Oh, you're already down here? Good lord. Okay, so yay. I don't know, I'm just jumping. Alright, so that was the box. I don't think there's anybody else around here. If so, I'm just gonna get my butt kicked. We're probably not gonna weld anything anytime soon. Use your scanner to pick up the trail. Did it work? That was it? All that just... Again, a huge thing about having the ornithopter for these kind of missions. It's this thing here, right? I don't know if I'm supposed to land there, but we're gonna. Somebody planted a respawn beacon. Yep, this is where I'm supposed to be. On witches. That was it? Okay, so see, it says deliver the fragment to Jocasta. And she's in Harco. So I gotta actually world map my little happy butt out of there in order to do that, which... Again, without this... While we're here, we're gonna go back to the Electo. Not sure where that is, actually. I was kind of heading to it. So we're going to go back here because we needed a scanner for this one, too. I'm guessing everybody's going to be spawned back here. It has been quite a while. Unsure exactly what I'm supposed to scan, though. Okay. We'll just come up here. Might be nice if we could just maneuver our way through that, huh? Not today, the game said. Not today. Alright, let's be up here like a wuss, and we'll, deal with these folks. I was gonna say, she didn't die. Oh, the skull messed with me. I still see you. Let's do this. Would have been a lot cooler if that's where actually the door was. An item. Okay, so now I got... Oh, wait. Is that what I'm supposed to scan? What does that mean? Locate the asset. It's so far away. I normally don't turn down aluminum, but we're actually really good on aluminum right now. Come on. I honestly thought it was going to fall right off the edge. Where do we got to go? That was it. For both of those contracts, that's all I needed for the thing. We're going to play with some sand flies now? I think we are. Oh, yeah, we are. Let's see. I will shoot you in the head, and then I will shoot you in the head. Keep coming. Come on. Can't believe that chain gun guy survived that shit. I thought I hit him in the head. His shield's up. It's staying up. Sword time. Always take that extra swing just in case. Come here, torch boy. Wow. I honestly have no idea what this asset even looks like or what it is. So we're going to have to run around here and check everything. That's the way I came. Well, we'll be good on compressors, won't we? Don't fall. Don't fall. Thank you. Haha. Oh. Haha. I think there was someone. Oh, there is. Oh. Good hit. I'll give it to you. That's how you're actually supposed to do it, though. Nope. T set is not the asset, apparently. Whole lot of nothing in here. Oh! Oh, we got a flamethrower guy, and there's a guy with a rifle. Too late. Surprised I have an intel in here. I'll take it. Why is it so purple? Here. Alright, so we're gonna hit our journey. Come over here. It's 23 meters away from me. So I am close. Up here, maybe? Nothing up here. Oh, now I'm stuck. I'm just gonna dangle here. Are you serious? I can't let go? Gonna sneeze. Hold on. Mm. Yeah, I sneezed right in everybody's. Sorry. And I'm stuck. I mean, I guess we're just gonna. I can't. We're just gonna do this until we fall. Yeah, it's one of those times I didn't. Wish I didn't have so much stamina. There we go. Okay. A little perturbed here. I cannot find the asset. Water. Now we're 30. Even farther away. What the hell? $34. It's getting worse. Alright, then the prize has been completed. Let's call Captain Donald Firth. That's it. You found it. Well done. You detected a Harpoon Rainy Bird inbound to your location. They must have somehow found out about the asset. Their current speed and heading, they will arrive before our forces do. Maybe we can lay a false trail. I need you to head to another Sandfly site nearby. Locate the communication console and transmit the code 166466. So I gotta go someplace else and do 166466. You think it's gonna make me remember that? Where do I have to go? Are you serious? Ornithopter, baby. Holy cow. Ornithopter. Come on. There's that cool base again. Hell yeah, my buddy. Do a little bit of refueling while we're here. Scrape and paint. Is that where we gotta go? That's pretty fancy. What is this place? Passage of Artemis. I never hung out up this way, so I don't know what this is. It looks awesome. Alright, I gotta... I'm sorry. 166466. So I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna kill all these douchebags, and then we're gonna send the Harkonnens on a goose chase. Knew that was bad as soon as it was happening. Oh, look at you! You took a shot right to the face, too. Why is there spice sitting here? You guys got some cool tech they're throwing at me. I hear this lady talking shit. I don't know where she is. Is she up here? Oh, there's a bunch of them up here. Holy cow, this is bad. Why is there so many of them up there? Alright, that should make it a lot more... Alright, that should definitely make it a lot more reasonable up here. Yeah, I don't care about you. Keep trying. Okay. This was unreasonable up here, you guys. This was not cool of you. I don't even want your stuff. I'll take these bushes, though. I guess I should have come up that way. Okay. That's cool. Where's your radios? Where's your radio stuff? Look at all that water. Don't want any of that. I gotta quit just jumping into random places, man. I'll take it. This room was just for the intel? Spice refineries. Hi. I promise I will stop killing you guys if I can just find... I don't want fuel cells. Medium? What is it? Small? Small, of course. I don't know where I've been. Yeah, I've been here. 12. So I'm close. There's probably a better way to track this, isn't there? 24. Wrong button. I don't know how far out these Harcos were, but man, I've given them every opportunity. Yep. Is that all I had? Oh my god. Oh, bad things. I did not want to go that far. Yes. I thought of changing course. They're following your false saying great work. That's good for the arc has arrived. Kind of want to like to stay and watch. Does it actually happen? It probably doesn't actually happen, though. That'd be cool if it did, though. But I don't think it's actually going to happen. Not something I get to see. Okay, well, there you go. There's 2 contracts. I don't know if I'm going to make the trip out to Harco right now. Maybe I will, just to talk to the lady and up my Bene Gesserit skills. But, yeah, like I said, I didn't really do this. And then, you know, kind of glad I didn't, because, as you can see, I mean, all the places we have to go, Ornithopter is definitely a huge help. So we're going to head back to base. We're going to clean up some messes that we made, move some stuff around. Probably will go out to the deep desert. I think what I'll do is go see Jocasta later, and then go back out to the desert, make a couple runs out there, see what I can find. We have a huge amount of plastanium, so we have done incredibly well over the course of the last week or two. I think I'm up to over 500, even after building my large spice refinery. So that took a lot. But anyway, so we're just farting around right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna call it. I appreciate everybody stopping by to watch. I did see your count right there, so not too many people, but you know what? I love anybody that watches. Um, yeah. I don't know if Jocasta's going to piss me off by rubber banding me back here to go do some other silly things or not. I found that's the best way to do the skill trees instead of just like laser focus, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I'll just bounce around, and I got time. I've got the rest of the weekend for sure before any of that's really going to matter. I'll make it through. It's a paint scraper. It's fine. I don't think I've ever come along. I've never came at my base in this direction. It's weird. Looks pretty fancy. Still some fine tuning left to do, but so far I'm okay with it. But yep, that's gonna be a night for me. I think I may turn in early because I'm tired. Get working on a Saturday. I got some stuff I got to get done too. But yes. Anywho, I will get videos done soon. I promise. Kind of got set back with the doctor's visit and not feeling well and not being at work. So that did kind of hold us up a little bit. But we'll get some content out here real soon and see if we can drum up a little bit more support. Get some friends in here because there's a lot of stuff I'd like to do. Helping people out. Like I said, I don't like gifting things because it just kind of takes away from a person's experience. But helping them get stuff, I'm all for that. Totally for that. But otherwise, yeah. Something to think about. So, kind of excited to see what happens in the next couple months with this game. I am getting to that ending point where I'm going to start doing things. I'm going to questioning why I'm doing it. Building that large spice refinery was kind of a death knell. It's one thing I was working towards now that I've got it. I mean, I still need to make a Mark 6 buggy. Need a bunch of spice for that. Not a buggy, I'm sorry, a sand bike, but it's not a game killer, and that I can do whenever I want. There is some gear that I want to get. And again, I want to finish off all these skill trees and definitely want to go through. As you can see, I have doing really well, 99% complete. Still cannot find that last camp. Don't know where that is for the Vermilius Gap. But as you can see, you know, we're only 38%, 52 here. Shoal, we're at 45, 43 for Misa, 47. So we're roughly half. I haven't done much in the shield wall. I don't think the eastern shield wall is any better. Oh, it is. 11%. I just don't hang out here. Wow. At least we got a lot to do. 52, 14. Yeah, I didn't go too much past this. Once we got to the rift, kind of didn't really go in this area. So there's a whole lot of stuff for me to explore there. And like I said, there's still more contracts. There's still more Eastern gaps. That would be boring as hell to go back here and do. Yeah, they're just might be able to kill them just by looking at them. But yeah, so you know, and then that's what we got left, and then we'll definitely be hoping for some content updates coming in the near future. I know that they said they're going to be putting a third faction. I really hope it's Fremen. I really do, but not sure. But we'll have to see. But yep, we're gonna keep doing our Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday streams, and like I said, we'll get content out there. So thanks again for stopping by, and as always, I will see you out there. Take care.